Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes. What we have studied in the last class? We were studying about the
Hydrological cycle.
hydrological cycle. That is, first we have studied about the water.
Sir?
What is, tell me.
ते पार्ट 2 च्या पण नोट्स अपलोड करा की.
Okay. So when is your exam? Bce Bmm exam. कब है एग्जाम? ISC एग्जाम कब है? 11th नो. So आपको ये वाटर का नहीं, अप टू वेस्ट यू आर हैविंग, अप टू वेस्ट. ओके, सिलेबस को. BCME यूनिट टेस्ट कैसे किया? अच्छा किया क्या सब लोग?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
but that was only purely MCQ था. Okay, now in your ISC there is a descriptive. Okay, so you have to write all the answers in your pages and you have to make a PDF and you have to upload. पता है ना सभी को?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday I was searching this one only. Okay, so this is as per the your university syllabus, that is 2021. So in the during 19 and 20 in that academic year the BC subject was different. BC subject was different and BM subject was different. Okay, so from 2021 so it has been changed. So this is as per the new syllabus. See, this is unit number 2 syllabus. Unit number 2, environmental engineering, that is water treatment system. We have completed. Yes, water supply engineering, water treatment, WTP. Yes or no?
स्लाइड नहीं दिख रही.
Oh, is it not visible? Okay.
No, sir.
Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the syllabus. So during 19 and 20, the subject was different. That is basics in civil engineering, BCE, and basics in mechanical engineering. Alag-alag tha. So from the 2020 and 21, okay, that is during lockdown, that is 2020 June, तब से ये change हो गया. This is your second batch. Okay, that is BCME subject name. In that the second chapter is this. Okay, that is second chapter is environmental engineering and water management and infrastructure. This is 5 hours and it is 8 hours. Oh, 8 marks. 8 marks it is. Okay. This is 8 marks. So in this chapter, what all is there? Environmental engineering. Okay, here water supply engineering, water treatment system we have studied. Correct, na? We have studied water treatment system. Okay, so this one we have studied water system treatment system. Yeah, so that is your how to treat the water supply engineering. Then we have studied effluent treatment system, ETS, and that is ETP, effluent treatment process. We have seen, no, that is. Then we have seen solid waste management. We have seen all these things. Okay, so up to this much is there for your ISC. So that is chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 all is there, and in the chapter number 2 up to your solid waste management, up to this much is there. We have covered, no, this much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the last class we have started, that is sources of water. Okay, then what are the storage of reservoirs and what is rainwater harvesting and all. So still now we have to check about the, that is dams. Okay, dams we have to see, hydrological cycle we have to see in the rainwater way. Okay, so now we will see, afterwards we will move on to the transportation and bridges, tunnels, railways. See, this bridge is another subject, tunnel is another subject, railways, transportation is one subject, airport is one subject, ducts and harbors are one subject in the civil engineering branch. Okay, here he has given 3 hours and in that 3 hours we have to complete all the introductory part of the all the subjects. Okay, so now we will see the remaining part. Okay, this PPT I will upload, okay, afterwards. So in the last class we have seen this one, water. So in the total amount of water, how much water is available for the drinking purpose or fresh water? How much percentage is there?
3%.
3%. Out of 100%, 97% is what? 97% is what? It is
Salt water.
salt water is also called as saline water.
Saline
Okay.
water.
Then 3% is the fresh water. Okay. So here again, about 3% में 3% water. Again, 2/3% of the water is stored at the frozen in glaciers and polar ice caps. Glaciers means Himalaya Parvat. पता है ना? Glaciers means Himalaya Parvat. Okay, the water is present at the ice caps. Okay, so in the earth there is a in the polar caps. Here the this is called a polar ice caps. Okay, glaciers. It is in the form of ice caverns, ice candies. Okay, and 1/3 of the water is available for the drinking purpose. See, we have seen this one. And this is important in your exam also. What are the different sources of the waters we can ask? So basically there are two types. One is surface water, sources for the surface water, and sources for the groundwater. Okay, these names you have to remember. So for the surface water means the water which is stored above the ground is called as surface water sources. So we can store at the lake, at the pond, at the stream, at the river, and at the storage reservoir. So here you can come to the dams. Okay, dams you can take, or you can take the barrages. Okay, barrages also you can store the water. Okay, here you can. Then in the subsurface water, open wells are there. Okay, tube wells are there, artesian wells are there, springs are there, infiltrations are there. Okay, you have seen all these things in the last one. And what are these surface sources and what are these ponds? Okay, pond, lake means large surface area. Pond means small surface area. Water is stored in the small surface. Streams means the water is flowing like this. The river is like this. So this is groundwater. Well, open well. See, open well. This is a tube well. Say water is पानी बाहर ले रहे water से tube से. This is artesian well, infiltration galleries. And uses of water, where the water is used. First one is consumptive use, means for the irrigation purpose. Partial consumptive means domestic use, industrial use, institutional use, public use, and fire demand. Then non-consumptive use means navigational purpose, recreational use, hydroelectric power plant, power generation, pollution control. There we can use all these words. Okay. So if we use more number of water than the required आपको 10 liter of water चाहिए. If you are using 20 liter of water, then it is overuse of water. Okay, so what will happen if we use the overuse of water? Then we are wasting our resources. Okay, so for the upcoming population, that is for the future population, they will be in suffer. Okay, that's why we have to conserve the water. How to do the conservation of the water? There are different systems. So first one is domestic conservation. आपका घर पे कैसे you can conserve the water. Okay, how we can store our water in a systematic way? We can conserve the water. Conservation means we have to prevent from the polluting or from the wasting. Okay, this is. Then industrial, how to conserve the water in the industrial. Then in agricultural conservation. Okay, so this is one point is rainwater harvesting. So in next one of the class we will study about the rainwater harvesting purely, how to how rain will occur, how to store that entire water in one particular place, and how it is pumped to the water tank and how it is transferred. Okay, this is one schematic figure it is there. Okay, so if it is asked for the in exam question, Okay, explain the rainwater harvesting. Okay, what all the points you have to include, that we will see in the next class, 1 point. Okay, na? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So up to this much we have studied, correct? We have started this hydrology also. Okay, what is hydrology? Can anybody tell me? Yes.
Study of water.
Study of
Science
water.
of water.
Study of water. Only that much? Only that much?
To study science of water.
To study science of water. What all it is having? The science means
Occurrence of water.
Yes.
Occurrence, circulation, and distribution of water.
water of the earth and earth's atmosphere, where the water is available. It is available on the earth's atmosphere. It is a science that deals with the occurrence. That is the point important. Okay, you are studying what you are studying about the water, that how it is occurring, where it is there, water, that you are studying. No, occurrence, where it is available, and circulation, how it is moving. Okay, how it is circulating water, and distribution, how it is distributed. It is distributed in the glaciers, it is distributed in the polar ice caps, it is distributed in the groundwater, it is distributed in the surface water, correct na? So that entire we are studying. Okay, we are studying about the entire water, the science that deals about the occurrence, circulation, and distribution of the water of the earth and earth's atmosphere. Or else you can also define like this: it is a branch of okay, so it is a branch of earth science. It is concerned with water in streams and lakes, and rainfall and snowfall on the land, water occurring below the earth's surface in the pores of the soil and rocks. Okay, wherever water is available, the entire water we are studying in the subject that is called as in the hydrology. Okay. Okay, next we are studying about the hydrology. Is a basically applied science. It deals with first, how much is the quantity of water, that is estimation of the water resources. Okay, whatever we are having the resources, how much quantity of water is there in the resources. Next we are studying about the study of the purpose, such as where such as precipitation, runoff, evapotranspiration, and their interactions. Okay, next the study of problems such as floods and droughts, and strategies to combat them. Okay, first of all, how much quantity of water is available, that we will study. Okay, next we'll study the processes, how water is formed and it has reached to the earth, that is through the precipitation. What is precipitation is called as?
Raining.
Yes,
Raining.
good. Raining. Okay, rain को क्या बोलते हैं? बारिश, है ना? That is called as precipitation. What is runoff? So if this is earth surface, when it rains, no, it rains. Some of the quantity of the water is absorbed by the earth soil. Okay, and the remaining water is flowing. Correct? Correct.
Yes,
some
sir.
some
Yes,
of
sir.
quantity of the water is absorbed by the soil, and remaining quantity of water is flowing over the surface of the earth. That the flowing water is called as runoff. Runoff. The water which is flowing over the surface of the earth is called as runoff water. Then evapotranspiration. So on the earth surface, so you can consider this is the earth surface, there are plants. Okay, so there are roots, plants ka roots rehte, so this is plant. So these plants roots will absorb the water from the groundwater, correct? Okay, the water is raised through the plants. Okay, after the respiration process of the plant, some quantity of water is evaporated through the plant body. Okay, the water which is evaporated from the plant body is called as evapotranspiration. Are you getting? evapotranspiration. Then, so if this is the earth surface, there is a lake, pond hai. Okay, so when you consider this is a pond, water hai. So the water which is evaporated directly from the sources of the water, then that is called as evaporation. Evaporation. Okay, the water which is evaporated from the surface of the water body is called as evaporation. The water which is evaporated from the transpiration of the plant cell, that is called as evapotranspiration. Transpiration means what? The water is transferred, or it is after respiration. After respiration, the plant has some amount of water, so that is lost through the body of the cell of the plant. That water is called as evapotranspiration. Okay, we are studying evapotranspiration is a one chapter in the hydrology and their interactions. And again, we are studying the problems in case if we got more number of rain that leads to the floods. Okay, during flood, what we have to do? Being an engineer, what are the steps? What are the strategies we have to take? Strategies means what are the plan we have to do for the flooding. If there is a very very less rain, okay, then during this time the droughts will occur. Okay, so during the droughts, what are the strategies we should take? Okay, that entire will stay in the hydrology. Is it clear? This slide.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this was the point we have left in the last class. So next point we are studying about the hydrological cycle. So what is this hydrological cycle? So you in your 8th, 9th, 10th of the science class, so you have studied, okay, so water is coming as a rain and it is reached to the earth surface. Again it is evaporated. Again it is condensed. Again it is raining start. The water is circulated like this. Correct, Aina? In your high schools and all, you have learned like this. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So first क्या होता है? इधर rain आते. Okay. So after raining, the water is moved on the surface of the earth. Again it is evaporated. Again there is a condensation. Again there is a rain. So water is circulated. The entire cycle is called as hydrological cycle. See, evaporation of water from the water bodies such as ocean and lakes. Okay, only this part को क्या बोलते हैं? Evaporation. That is evaporation of the water from the water bodies such as ocean, lakes. Formation and movement of clouds. Okay, either say, so धरती से, that is from the earth surface, water is evaporated. When it is evaporated, no, there is a clouds are formed. Formation and movement of the clouds. So cloud is formed. Then rain and snowfall. So it will snowfall. I will draw the systematic diagram. So this is earth surface. Okay, earth surface. So first evaporation of, okay, on the earth surface there is a ocean. Okay, there is a river, there is a water bodies, so evaporation takes place. So it is what? Evaporation. Okay, evaporation. Next, after evaporation, formation and movement of the cloud. So after evaporation, there is a clouds are formed. Okay, these are clouds, and there is a movement of clouds. After formation of the clouds, rain and snowfall. Okay, this rain and snowfall has occurred. Okay, then snowfall होने के बाद stream flow and groundwater movement. So whatever rain occurs on the surface of the earth, okay, some amount of water is flowed, some amount of the water is reached to the groundwater. Okay, so that is rain and snowfall होने के बाद the stream flow means water which is flowing and groundwater movement are various dynamic aspects of water related to the earth. The various aspects of the water related to the earth can be explained in terms of cycle known as hydrological cycle. So whatever evaporation, clouding, rain, okay, groundwater you have seen, all this will study under the hydrological cycle. Okay, there is a figure you can see. In this figure you can see all the points whatever I have explained. See, there is sun. Okay, what you will get from the sun? what you will get from the sun? आपको क्या मिलते हैं? You will
Light.
get light, no? Sunlight. Okay, so you will get sunlight. Okay, light. See, initially think that there is a precipitation. Okay, that is clouds are there. So after condensation of the clouds, what you will do? It will rains. So इसको rain को क्या बोलते हैं? That is precipitation. Term is precipitation. So whenever precipitation occurs, afterwards the water from the precipitation is reached to the earth surface. Correct? This is earth surface. Okay, whatever he has drawn now, this is entire. Okay, this entire is that is earth surface. It is. Okay, the water is reached to the earth surface in the form of water or in the form of snow. Okay, in the form of water or in the form of snow. Okay, so in the form of water or in the form of snow. Snow means what? Like ice. Okay, so in the Himalaya regions, so you might have heard. Okay, there is a fall of Hima. Okay, there is fall of ice in the Himalaya. Snow. See, in this snowfall, some amount of the water is flowing. Correct. You see, this amount of water is flowing. This amount of water is reached to the groundwater. Okay, so after precipitation, some amount of the water is flowing like this. Some amount of the water is reached to the groundwater. See, first one, what is the when water is flowing like this? Okay, some amount of water is evaporated. Is it correct? When water is flowing like this, due to the sunlight, some amount of water is evaporated or no?
Yes.
Yes, that is called as raindrop evaporation. Okay, during the raining, because of air, because of sunlight, some amount of water is evaporated. That is one first point. Okay, here is one raindrop evaporation. Then second one is interception. See, so when what is intercepted? When water reaches the earth surface, okay, so some amount of water is absorbed by the soil, okay, and plant and everything. After some times, or environmental also, that environmental water is also absorbed by the evaporation. Okay, that is called as interception. The water which is there on the environment is evaporated. That is called as interception. Then third one is transpiration. Transpiration. Where is that third one? This is the third. So what is this one? This is a plant. Okay. So water which is lost from the plant body, that is called as transpiration. We have seen one is evaporation, that is from the raindrop. Second one is we have seen interception. Third one we have seen from the transpiration. Then fourth one is evaporation from the land. So fourth one, see, this is earth surface. So after the rain comes and went, so some of the soil is in a wet condition. After some time, that wet soil will become dry soil. So means where that water has gone, it has gone in the evaporation. Okay, that is evaporation from the land. Then after this point, evaporation from the water bodies. So wherever there is a water bodies, okay, pond, river and all, the water is also evaporated. So that is evaporation from the water bodies. Then sixth one is surface runoff. See, after the absorption of the voids and all, the water is flowing, correct? So this is water surface runoff. Then infiltration. Seventh one is infiltration. Where is that infiltration? See, this is also surface runoff. This is also surface runoff. Okay, this is also surface runoff. Okay, I think this should be the seventh one. Okay, what infiltration means? The water which is infiltrated to the groundwater. Okay, this is the seventh one. The water which is infiltrated to the groundwater. Eighth one is groundwater. See, the dotted line, whatever it is there, this is the earlier groundwater level. Okay, whatever it is there, this is groundwater level. See here, there is a seventh one. Okay, here there is a seventh one. Correct? Huh? Is it visible? Seventh point. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the what see, the arrows are downward. It means movement of water is downward, where it is moving to the groundwater. It is moving to the groundwater. It is called as infiltration, seventh one. Then eighth one is groundwater. This is groundwater, whatever it is there, dotted line. Okay, this is the earlier groundwater table. Okay, next one is ninth one, deep percolation. It means after all these losses, the whatever water is there in the groundwater, that is also deep percolation one over there. That is, here it is rock. So through the rock also some amount of water is infiltrated through the rock. That is called as deep percolation. Okay, this entire water which is lost, and it is reached as a cloud. After cloud, one cloud, another cloud will become, that is condensation will happen. After condensation, there is again precipitation will start. Again, this cycle is rotating. This entire cycle is called as hydrological cycle. Okay, see, there is a sun, there is a precipitation. So from the precipitation, okay, there is a evaporation from the ocean, raindrop, okay, interception, transpiration, evaporation from the land, evaporation from the water bodies, surface runoff, infiltration, groundwater, and deep percolation. Okay, entire you have to show. This is a systematic diagram for the hydrological cycle. In the exam, if he asks, he will ask the draw the systematic hydrological cycle. Okay, so still we don't know what will happen in your exam, whether online or offline. We'll see. So we'll study as it is offline. Is this clear? Is this clear? This cycle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can anybody explain this one? Anyone? Can you explain in your own words? Okay. मैंने जैसे बोला वैसे ही नहीं चाहिए आपको, जो समझ में आ गया वो एक्सप्लेन करिए. Anyone take voluntarily? Yes. Okay. Whenever opportunity is given, you should accept, you should grab that opportunity. Okay, now I am giving you opportunity. I will give only to the one person, not more than that. Yes, anybody, if you are interested. No one is interested. At least one person. Yes. Okay, let it be. हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन करिए. आपको जैसे समझ में आ गया वैसे एक्सप्लेन करिए. नहीं तो मराठी में एक्सप्लेन करिए. ओके, ठीक है. हाँ, यस, एक्सप्लेन करिए ना. साक्षी, ऋतुजा, धीरज, आकाश, समर्थ, प्रणीता, मानसी, आर्या, मयूरी, अविनाश, ओंकार, महेश, रोहन. हाँ, एक्सप्लेन नहीं करते. रोहिणी, उत्कर्षा, वृषाल, प्रतीक, संदीप. No one is interested. एक्सप्लेन करो ना, हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन करिए, मराठी में एक्सप्लेन करिए. It means you have understood or not. I want to check it. That's all. Anybody? No one is voluntarily coming. Then one by one I have to pick up a 56 roll number. Pratmesh, can you explain? Anisha, 52. Samiksha, 43. Omkar, 39. Mahesh Jagdale, 34. Will you explain? Am I audible? आवाज आ रहा है ना? आवाज आ रहा है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Then okay, you are not explaining. Okay. See, whatever I have explained here, the same thing we will see in a systematic definition ways. Okay, what are the definitions and all? Check it from one pointer. So first one, a convenient starting point. A convenient starting point to describe the cycle is in the ocean. is in the ocean. The water in the ocean evaporates due to the heat energy provided by the solar radiation. Okay, where, yeah, as you have seen, there is a sun. Okay, so it will give the sunlight. So from the sunlight, there is a heat energy is generated. So through the heat energy, the whatever water which is stored in the water bodies, that is in the ocean, that gets evaporated. Okay, first point is evaporation is important. Water in the ocean evaporated, okay, due to the heat energy provided by the solar radiation. Then ocean plays key role in the vital of the cycle of water. Okay, in the water cycle, oceans are plays very important. Okay, the maximum amount of water which is coming to the rain, that is captured by the ocean, and again the maximum evaporation is transferred by is from the ocean. The ocean holds 97% of the total weight of the planet. Okay, ocean holds 97% of the total water on the planet. Among 78% of the global precipitation occurs over the ocean, and it is source of 86% of the global evaporation. So what it is saying is the ocean holds 97 of the total water. Whatever water is coming, that is 97%. Where it is there? It is there on the ocean. Okay, ocean. Only 3% is there in the form of your pond, dams, okay, on stream, lake. Okay, then that is, this is saline water, this is fresh water, correct, Aina?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So total next 78% of the global precipitation means जितना ये हो रहे rain हो रहे, among that one 78% of the global precipitation occurs over the ocean. So whatever ocean is there, okay, ocean is there, over the ocean 78% is there, precipitation is 78%. Okay, then and it is the source of the 86% of the global evaporation. And from the ocean, whatever evaporation is taking place, that is about 86%. Okay, don't get confusion here. So total 100% of water में ocean में कितना है बोलिए, give me the answer.
7%.
97%. 3% is what? It is fresh water, correct है ना? Next, whatever rain is coming, among 100% of rain, 78% of the rainwater is goes to the ocean, correct? Remaining 12%, remaining kitna 22% is stored in the form of water or dams, streams and all. So among 78%, whatever water is there on the ocean, among this one, 86% of the evaporation is taking place. Then remaining for 24, that is 14%. 14% is from the that is evapotranspiration, and from the runoff, from the environment, from the groundwater. Okay, that is from the 14%. This is all about the evaporation. 86% from the ocean. Next, the water vapors moves upwards and forms the clouds. Okay, while much of the clouds condense and fall back to the ocean. Okay, whatever ocean water is there, that is evaporated and it forms a cloud. After cloud condensation, that will become rainwater. Okay, again that will come to the ocean. Okay, condense and fall back to the ocean. It fall back to the ocean, and how it will form? It will come as a raindrops. A part of the cloud is driven to the land already by the winds. The cloud condense over the land area and precipitate on the onto the land mass as the rain, snow, hail, sleet. It means whatever the condensed clouds are there, the same water is precipitated. This precipitation is taking place in the different forms, not only on the raindrops. Okay, rain part. There is a different types. First one is rain, next is snow, then hail, then sleet, and etc. It means as the particle raindrops, they kind of raindrops. Depending on the drop of the water, there is a different terms. Okay, raindrops are there, snowdrops are there, hail drops are there, sleet is there, ice is there. Okay, so precipitation occurs to the land in the form of this. Next, a part of the precipitation may be evaporated back to the atmosphere and even while falling. Okay, whenever precipitation is occurring, okay, whenever precipitation is occurring like this, a small portion is already evaporated due to the heat energy. Okay, another part may be intercepted by the vegetation. Okay, on the ground surface there is small plants, correct? There is small plants and soil. All the water, small portion of the water is absorbed by the all the grasses or plants or vegetation, that is called as intercepted by the vegetation structures, etc., and it may be get evaporated back to the atmosphere. After some time, this whatever the water which is there in the vegetation, that is again evaporated. Okay, or move down to the groundwater, or else it will move to the groundwater. A portion of the water that reaches the ground enters the earth's surface through the infiltration. Okay, whatever water it is reached to the ground, that may reach to the groundwater, that is called as by infiltration. It will enhances the moisture content of the soil. Yes, so if it is a moisture content, means the amount of or quantity of water which is present in the soil particle, that is called as moisture content of the soil. Okay, as the rain occurs, as the soil water percolates through the soils, the water content of the soil increases. That is, moisture content of the soil will increase. Enhances means it is increases, and finally reaches to the groundwater body. Okay, whatever it is there, it is groundwater body. Okay, the whatever all this infiltrated water will reach to the groundwater table. The vegetation sends some portion of the soil water and groundwater back to the atmosphere. So whatever soil which is absorbed by the grasses and all, that is absorbed by the atmosphere through the process called as transpiration. Okay, is it clear, everyone? So water is lost in the form of intercepted, in the form of evaporation, in the form of infiltration, in the form of transpiration. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, one more term is stream flow. So what is this one? The precipitation reaching the earth surface after meeting the needs of the evaporation, infiltration, and moves down the natural slope. So consider this is earth surface. Okay, this is earth surface. So here it is precipitating. Okay, here it is precipitating. After precipitation, so some amount of water is lost as evaporation. Correct, Aina? Some amount of the water is that is infiltrated. Correct, Aina? Some amount of the water is reached to the groundwater surface, correct, and some amount of the water is flows through the surface of the water at a sloping ground, correct. Some amount of the water flows down the natural slope over the surface and through the network of gullies, streams, and rivers. This is called as stream flow. The water which is flowing through the gullies means it is a kind of water which is flowing. Stream is also it is a one type of flow of water. River is also flow of water, and this all are called as stream flow. Okay, then whatever groundwater is there, the groundwater may come to the surface through the springs and other outlets. The portion of the precipitation which by variety of paths above and below the surface of the earth reaches the stream channels is called as runoff. See what he is saying. So if this is the okay, you have seen this is earth surface, this is earth surface. Okay, so here initially groundwater is there. So when there is a percolation takes place, the groundwater will increases, Okay, as this is increases, some amount of the water is also flowing through this sloping area. You might have seen this kind of in this whenever there is a sloping area where the water table is very high. At that time, the water is flowing through the surface. So this is also runoff, and initially water is there. That is also runoff. That is what he is explaining. The groundwater may come to the surface. Correct? Hai na? Initially, groundwater is at this point. Now, due to the percolation of the water, the groundwater is reached at this point. Through the outlets, the portion of the precipitation which by variety of paths above the and below the surface of the earth reaches the stream channels or is called as earth runoff. Okay, whenever there is a stream, water bodies, the water is coming from the surface runoff, from the subsurface runoff also. Once it enters the stream channel, runoff becomes streamlines. So whenever this whatever water is there, okay, all water is reaching at this stream flow, then it is called a stream flow. Okay, all the runoff which comes at it together, it creates a stream channels to the stream flow. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then sequence of events above is simplistic picture of the various complex cycle. Okay, the sequence of the events. So actually, when you study in detail, okay, from the point of point, it will become complex one. Okay, that has been taking place since the formation of the earth. Okay, when the earth has formed, from that point only the hydrological cycle is starting. Okay, from the pin to pin to study, it is a very complex cycle. It is seen that hydrological cycle is a very vast and complicated cycle. Okay, it is very vast means very large portion it is, and it is a complicated cycle in which there are large number of paths of varying time scales. See, evaporation is it taking place at the constant rate throughout the year? Same rate में रहता है क्या? Evaporation same rate में रहता है क्या? Means today it is depending on the monsoon season, correct? Raining, is it constant throughout the year?
No,
No.
sir.
No, it means it is going to change. All the parameters are going to change from time to time. Okay, that's why it is very difficult to judge the hydrological cycle. Further, it is a continuous recirculating cycle, but the some amount of water is always in the under the evaporation. Some amount of water is always under the transpiration. Some amount of always is always under the percolation. Okay, but how much quantity is, that is difficult to find out. The further, it is a continuous recirculating cycle in the sense that there is a neither beginning nor an end of or pause. Means where it has started, where it has end, we don't know. Each part of the hydrological cycle involves one or more of the following aspects. One or more of the following aspects. So what are those? Transpiration of the water, temporary storage, and change in the state. Water is not only one state, it is going to change its states also. Okay, transportation of the water, temporary storage, and change of the state. So this is from this path the water is moving. Next one, this is the main component of the hydrological cycle. So what are the transportation components and how it is the storage components. So water is evaporated or it is reached to the ground by the precipitation. Then it is how it is evaporated through the process of evaporation, through the process of transpiration. Okay, some of the amount of water is infiltrated. Okay, some of quantity of amount is runoff and reached to the stream. Then this is precipitation. Whatever precipitation is there, that water is stored at the storage on the land surface in the river, lakes, etc. Okay, evaporation. How evaporation is doing? From where? It is from the soil moisture to storage. Okay, whatever water is stored at the soil, that soil after some time it will get dry. So that is soil moisture storage. So again, groundwater storage. Some amount of water is stored in the groundwater. Storage means where actually water is stored. Where actually water is stored, it is stored in the lakes, in the river, on the land surfaces. And again, some amount of the water is stored in the soil moisture storage. Some amount of the water is stored in the groundwater. So these are the how water is transferred. Okay, transferred means transportation components. These are the storage components. Is it clear?
सर ट्रांसपीरेशन का मतलब क्या है?
Transpiration. Here there are difference. Transportation is different. Transpiration difference. See, so this is Earth surface. Okay, this is a plant body. Okay, plant. Okay, this is roots of the plant. Okay, so consider this is one.
Sir, loss of water from
Yes, loss of water from the plant body. Okay, so how it is? See, this root say water is absorbed by the roots. Correct, hai na? So due to the respiration, there is the energy transfer. Energy is transferred. So after that respiration, some amount of water is came and stored at the surface of the plant. This water is loss. The loss of water which is coming from the plant body is called as transpiration. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, transpiration means the amount of water which is lost through the plant body is called as transpiration. So इसमें क्या है देखो, this is transportation components, means how the water is transported from one point to another point through the precipitation. बारिश होता है ना, that is one point. बारिश से अर्थ को आ गया. Then water is transported through the evaporation. Evaporation में भी water जा सकते हैं. Through the transpiration, it means loss of water through the plant body. Infiltration means if this is earth, okay, some amount of water is infiltrated. Okay, it means it will passing through the ground surface and it is reaching through the groundwater table. Then some amount of the water is running, that is called as runoff. These all are the transportation components. Then where actually water is stored, that is storage components. Water is stored in the on the land surfaces, in lakes, in rivers. Correct? River means water रहते, lake में रहते. Then water is stored in the soil moisture storage, which means whenever there is a soil, so in this soil there is a pores or the voids are there. In that void, there some amount of the water is stored. Again, some amount of the water is in the groundwater storage. So this is groundwater. Okay, water is stored in the groundwater. Water is stored in the soil moisture. Water is stored in the lakes and rivers. These are the sources of the water, storage components of water. Yes. So till now you have seen the hydrological cycle. Okay, how the water is coming on the earth's surface and how it is getting evaporated to the cloud. How it is through the evaporation, through the interception, through the infiltration, through the groundwater table, and you have seen all those things. Okay, so now is it clear everyone? Hydrological cycle.
Yes, sir.
किसी को डाउट है क्या? Yes, is there any doubt to anybody?
No, sir.
Okay, Rutuja, can you explain the hydrological cycle if I show that figure? Huh? Yes, Rutuja, can you explain? No? Okay, dams. So what is the purpose of dams? Can anybody tell me? क्यों dams चाहिए हमको? Yes. Why dams are needed?
The water.
storage of water.
Storage of the water. क्यों store करने का? Whenever precipitation occurs, so you have seen some amount of the water is percolated and it is reached to the where it is reaching. Where it is reaching? Groundwater table, correct है ना? Groundwater. Some amount of the water is evaporation back. Okay, through the evaporation, through the transpiration, okay, and all. and some amount of the water is runoff. You have studied from the hydrological cycle, runoff, correct? So this runoff is reaching where it is going. Where it is going? It is reaching to the ocean. Huh? Correct, enough?
Yes, sir.
This ocean water, is it fresh water or it is a saline water? Is it
Saline.
fresh or it is a
Saline
saline?
water.
Saline. Saline means it is salt water. So is it used by the people, by the human?
Sir.
No, we are
No.
not. No.
No,
So
sir.
in order to avoid the fresh water to mix with the saline water, we are obstructing this one. We are storing this runoff water through the barrier or through the obstruction that is called as dam. So in the future, the whatever water which is stored in the dams, we can use it for the drinking purpose or any public purpose or navigational purpose or power hydroelectric generation purpose, any purpose. Okay, so these dams we will study in the next class. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so what is a dam? How it is constructed? What are the different types of dams? We will study in the next class in detail. Okay. Now I will take the attendance. Just a minute. Roll number 1 absent. Okay. Roll number 1 is absent. Next 2, 3 present. 4 is absent.
No, sir.
9, 11 present. 12, 16, 17. 44, 45, 46, 59. Who is Javid Jivender Daingade? Who is this last one? Okay, absent numbers. Okay, 19 is present, 4 is present. Okay, absent numbers I am calling 1, 9, 12, 16, 17, 44, 45, 46, 59.
16%, sir.
16 present, Dheeraj. Okay. Then, is there anyone? 1, 9, 12, 17, 44, 45, 46, 59. These are absent numbers. Okay. Okay. We'll stop now. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you all.